Hello, welcome to Anjingwa Youth Academy. We are continuing with genetics and biology topic. Today we are looking at sex inheritance in humans. Okay, so the chromosomes that control the sex of a human being, we have X and Y chromosomes. These are the ones that determine whether a child will be born is male or female. So when you find genotype XX, then this one is female. When you find where it's written genotype XY, this one is male. So now, for example, someone asks you a question: what would be the chance of a pregnant mother giving birth to a boy child or a girl child? You don't need to assume. You need to do a genetic diagram. So let's do the genetic diagram and we see what will be the chances of a mother giving birth to a boy child or a girl child. So as usual, we start with parental phenotype. What we are able to see, so we have a male who is going to cross with the female. Then we have the genotype. For the male, we have said it is what? XY. Correct. For the female, X. Very good. Then meiosis will take place. Then we have gametes. Gametes, we need to just separate this. So I have the X here, the Y there, X there, another X there. So we cross. This one goes with that one. We have XX. This one goes with that one. We have XX. This one goes with that one. We have XY. This one goes with that one. We have XY. So this is the same as this. So this is genotype. F1 genotype. So let's look at the offsprings. We have XX female, XX female, XY boy, XY boy. So the chances are that 2 out of 4 is a chance of either having a male child or a boy child. So this can go 1, 2, so it's 1/2. Then the chances in percentage, this will be converted to 50% chance of a boy child being born or a girl child being born. Very good. So this is how you do it to prove that a woman who is pregnant will give birth either to a boy child or a girl child. Now let us move on to sex-linked genes. Sex-linked. We'll remove this one now. Sex-linked. So when we talk about sex-linked genes, we are talking of some mutations or some genes that are carried on either the X or the Y, and they cause sicknesses. Mainly what you need to note is that most of the genes that have got some sicknesses are X-linked. There are very few that are Y-linked. So meaning that most of the genes that are mutated or that have got sicknesses are concentrated on the X chromosome. What does that mean to you? Try to think. Since we say that XX is female and XY is male, it means that most of the times this sickness will be transported by an X chromosome. It can be on the father or on the mother, but mainly on the X, on the X. So for a man, it can only be on one X. For a woman, it will be either on this X or on this X, or on both, or even on one. Hope we are moving together there. So we are saying that most of the times, the sex-linked genes are usually on the X chromosome. So let's try to find out maybe one question or two questions. Yeah. So let's look at hemophilia. Hemophilia. Okay, so this one is a disease that causes someone to bleed uncontrollably. It means that they do not have the factors that help them to have the blood clot or to stop blood from bleeding. So what you need to note, if you find a woman with XX and on top this woman has got big H for hemophilia H, then this one is female, isn't it? This one is normal female. Normal female. Then if you find that a person has big H and small h, this one is also normal, but there is a difference, definitely. So since hemophilia is a recessive disease, we learned about recessive with a small letter H. So this woman is normal, but is a carrier because they contain this H on their X chromosome. So we'll write carrier in the brackets. Very good. And then if you find a male has H like this, since we've said this disease is recessive, this one should be normal, isn't it? Very good. At least we are moving at the same pace. So this male is normal. We are talking of this male being normal without any sickness. If we have a male child with a small letter H, this one is hemophilic. It means this person is diseased. So this male is sick. Now, if this male is sick, when this male is crossed with a normal female, this sickness will only be transferred to a girl child. Why am I saying so? Because this X is not affected. And we know that a male only donates a Y to a male child, isn't it? To a female child, this male will only donate the X. Okay, I hope I'm not confusing you. Let's try to do a question. So basically, this is what should help you to do the calculation. But even if you might forget this, the question itself will assist you to come up whether with this or that or this or that. Okay, so let's look at one question. I'm not so sure if I'll have to write the whole question or I just need to read it. Where is the question? Okay, here we go. Using a genetic diagram, explain how normal parents for hemophilia can have a son who is hemophilic. Use symbols such as X, big capital H and X small letter H to donate dominant and recessive alleles. Okay, let me write that question so that we move together. Okay, so we have a question. There we go. Use a genetic diagram. Explain how normal parents for hemophilia can have a son who is hemophilic. Use symbols such as X, capital H, and X, small letter H to represent the dominant and recessive alleles respectively. So this is for dominant This is for recessive. So they have told us that the parents are normal. So how come normal parents will give birth to a child who is not normal, a son who is hemophilic, not normal, sorry, but hemophilic? So now we need to think properly here. For example, if we write the mother as having 2 capital H and the father who is normal, the father capital H and a Y. If you cross these two, you will not have a son who has hemophilia, because both the mother and father, they have capital H. So you need to think. So which means that here, for us to do this calculation or to write this genetic diagram, the mother should be a carrier. They have said both are normal. Remember, even for a normal, a mother who is a carrier is also normal. So for the male, we are going to use this. But for the female, we need to have the one who is a carrier. Because if we cross this, we are not going to have a son who is hemophilic. Because that's what we need to prove. So I'm going to wrap this question. Then we do the diagram. The genetic diagram. We see how it goes. Very good. So we begin. So we have the parental phenotype. So they said that they are normal parents. So the female is going to be written as hemophilia. The male will be written like this. Yes, so this is what is going to help us to come up with that son who is hemophilic. So we start. We have parental phenotype. Male crossing with female. So we have this male who is normal, that's what they've said. Then the female who is normal but is a carrier, that's genotype. Then we have got gametes, meiosis takes place, we have got gametes. We simply separate them. X, H, X, small letter R, a small letter H, not R. So this one goes with that one. We have a female child who has 2 capital H, isn't it? Then this goes with that. We have a female capital H and small letter H. Then this one crosses with that one. You have X with capital H and the Y. Then this one crosses with that one. You have, yep. So this is genotype of first generation F1 def. Now they've asked us what would be the chance of having a male child who is hemophilic. We have already said R is for recessive, meaning that this person has hemophilia or is hemophilic. This one we have seen, this is a normal girl child, so this one is female. This one is also female carrier, isn't it? Because there's capital and small letter. Then this one is male normal. This one is hemophilic because he has a letter H in his on his X chromosome. So this is the one we're talking about. So it is 1 out of 4. They have said what would be the chance of having a son who is hemophilic. So 1 out of 4 times 100. 2 here, 2 here 50, 2 here 1, 2 here 25. So the answer is 25%. 25% chance of having a son who is hemophilic. Son who is hemophilic. So if you have noticed, you will find that this child who is a girl and does not have a sickness is one alone. This one with a carrier is alone. The male who is normal is one. The male who has hemophilia is one. So all these, whatever question they will ask you, what would be the chance of having a female child who is a carrier, it is 1/4. What would be the chance of having a male child, who is not sick of hemophilia is 1/4. So whatever question they will ask you, if after this, on this type, then it is 1/4. So this one is the ratio. Very good. I hope we are getting there now. What you need is to practice for you not to get it all wrong. So we have already said that sex-linked genes are mainly concentrated on the Y, so they are also sometimes referred to as Y-linked genes. They are carried on the Y chromosome. So let's look at another one. Red, green, color blindness. Color blindness. So these are the people who fail to distinguish between red and green. Yeah, we have people like that. Let's see if we can find a question that can assist us. Oh yes. A red-green colorblind male is married to a woman who has normal vision. Red-green color blind male marries a woman who has normal vision but carries the allele. The allele that cause red-green color blindness. So using a genetic diagram to predict the chances of having the following types of offspring: a colorblind male, a carrier female, a normal male, a normal female. So they have said that this male has this sickness, red-green color blindness, has married a female who is normal but carries the allele. So even this, first of all, you need to tell yourself which one is normal, which one is sick. So XX, for red-green we use capital R. So if you see a female like this one is normal. Just like for hemophilia. If you see capital R and small r, then this one is a carrier. Female carrier. If you see a male with capital R and Y, this one is a normal. Then X, small letter R and Y, this one means is sick, has this sickness, red-green color blindness. Then if a female, has RR, then this one is also sick. Yeah. So this is what we'll need to use for this question. So they have said a red-green color blind male marries a woman who has normal vision but is a carrier. So the male is sick, so we are using this one. And the female is a carrier, we are using this one. That's what we're gonna do for this question. So, parental phenotype, we have a male who is sick. This one is recessive, we use small letter r. And the female who is a carrier, so has got capital and small letter. Parental phenotype is male. Sorry. And here female. We cross. So this one is a parental genotype. Then we have got gametes, which we are going to separate. My pen is dying. This what is it? What marker is fainting. So this one crosses with that one. This one goes with that one. We have capital R and small r, isn't it, for this one and this one? Then this one goes with that one. We have small letter r for each. This one crosses with this one. You have a normal boy. This one crosses with that one. We have X, small letter. This is genotype of the first generation. So let's get back to the question. What would be a chance of having a colorblind male? So this one is female, 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 female. This one is F1 phenotype, isn't it? What we are about to see. So this one is female, female, male, male. They have asked what would be the chance of having a colorblind male. So we are looking at this one and this one. This one is normal. This one is not hemophilic. Sorry, is red-green colorblind. So we have only one. So it is the ratio 1:4. If you want to write it in percentage, it is 1/4 times 100 when 25. So 25% chance. That's for question number A, of a male child being born hemophilic. Number B says a female carrier. Female carrier. This one is female carrier. This one is hemophilic. So it is also 1/4 chance. Then a normal male. We only have this one. It's the same ones. C, 1/4 chance. Or even write 25%. Still okay. 25% chance. Then a normal female, but carrier. So it's the same. It's this one. The answer is the same. 25% chance. So you've seen that this is becoming simple as we are moving forward, simply because we are practicing together, and when you keep on practicing, you become even better and better and better. What is important is to understand the question so that you don't write wrong female or male who is a carrier or who is not a carrier. And also what is tricky is to do correct cross. This one goes with that because we are crossing the male to the female. So we get this one goes with this one goes with that one, this one with this one with that one. Then you always find the correct answer. So since you are going to write mock exams soon, we are going to term 2. Don't forget to practice often. Practice makes perfect with such kind of things. So you need to practice as many times as possible. Go through different questions that maybe talk about red-green color blindness or hemophilic questions that are different, and in that way you will become an expert. So I'm wishing you the best. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Anjingwe Nyufu YouTube channel. Ciao, ciao. See you next time.